I this is an experience that I find it so difficult to talk about, but after seeing this video, yes, about Priscilla Ajaman and Hofe Patricia, I decided to talk about mine. I don't only get body shamed by men only, but women also body shame me most of the time. Obana we jam hama we for I can see Obana Udidiana drinking with fuson, see that kind of thing. But I'm like, if what I went through, you standing there telling me that me jam me home ama me for I can see, if you went through that same thing, I don't know how you're gonna look like. Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna look like. Because in as much as I say that I look at myself and you telling me say me jam me home ama before I can say no, I still look good than most of you telling me that me jam me home ama before I can say. That's it. When you don't know something about somebody, you don't talk. Just pass. What is bad about having a big tummy? Okay, let me just go straight to the point. Okay. This stomach that you're making fun of me, say me fuson, has undergone 2 surgical procedures. The first one was appendicitis. That one is a story for another time. And the second one I recently had was fibroid. But even before I did the surgery, people were like, hey, you see that kind of comment. I stopped eating late. I started buying this flat tummy teas. It dropped in a month. It was not working. Now I started using this waist trainer, the one that looks like wrap or something. I bought all of it. It was not working. I just didn't know what to do because people were saying my stomach is getting big, and I didn't know what was happening to me. Did you get it? I didn't know. And I think this whole thing started in 2021 March. I was at the office and I was feeling uncomfortable in my private part. So I was like, am I about to have my monthly flow? Because I had it like recently, so I said I went there to check. So I had to pee, and I started peeing blood. The color was like blood, but not thick blood, like that kind of urine type, but like light blood. So I was scared, and I could feel this pain in my abdominal area, like severe pain, not cramps pain, but severe pain. I couldn't walk at that moment. I couldn't walk because the pain was getting worse and worse. They had to rush me to the hospital. So when I got there, the pain was still the same. So the doctor had to inject me with their painkillers and stuff. And they took me to the lab to do a scan. After the scan, he said there's something called metal smudge. He explained how it is, but I've forgotten. Yeah, he said metal smudge. So, and after that one too, he saw something little like a fibroid, but it's so small, like tiny, very, very tiny. That was what he said. So I shouldn't really worry about it, because if it's fibroid, it actually takes time to grow. I was like, after I went to the hospital, I was okay, so I didn't really pay much attention to it. I just ignored it because I was fine. Somewhere in September, whenever I have my monthly flow, it's supposed to come like maybe heavy for 3 days and the remaining days is like normal. But no, this one, for the whole 7 days, is going to be heavy flow with heavy clot. I can't even go to work because as soon as I fix the pad, it's boom. So I can't go to work. It continued. It started in September, October. I was like, no, I don't understand. Now it moved from 7 days to 10 days. I can bleed for the whole 10 days. So I went to the hospital in October and I was like, I don't understand what is happening. When I went to the hospital, I was bleeding. I was still having my pattern. I don't know what is happening. Since I even got here, I had to change myself like twice. So they had to do another like check, lab things, those are things to see what was happening. And the doctor said I have endometritis. I was like, what is this again? And she said, oh, it's women, blah 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 blah, da, 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 da. So she told me to go and buy this medicine. It's called Endotone. So I went to buy it. But before I left the hospital, she injected me so that the flow can stop. I went to buy it. It was still the same. I was still bleeding like heavily. So that means every time I have my menses, I had to go to the hospital to get injected so that the blood will stop, the flow will stop. Quickly to April 2022. April. Now, I was losing weight. I was becoming skinny because I was flowing like so much. So fast forward to April 2022. I was at home one evening around 10 p.m. and I started feeling this severe pain in my abdomen. It was so severe that I couldn't even move. I had to like lay down. I started trying to see if I can get Uber or Bolt. None were available. Everybody was busy. Luckily for me, a colleague of mine called and he was like, is everything okay? I said, yeah, I'm just feeling pain. I'm not fine. I can't walk. I'm trying to get a ride, and he was like, okay, he's coming. So he called the person I was working with because he like lived close by and they had to meet, and then they came to my house and then they took me to the hospital. When I got there, I was rushed to the emergency ward. The doctor was able to make sure the pain like was calm. The next morning, he made them take me to the lab to run some tests and do some scan as well. And when the results came, he told me that the specialist will be in around 3, so I should wait for a while. I waited, and then around 3 the specialist came. So I sat in the wheelchair and they took me to see the specialist. As soon as I got in, the man asked me to lay down, like lay on my back. And when I raised my dress, he was like, oh my God. And he said, wait, be still. Now I was scared because I didn't understand the meaning of the oh my God. He pressed my stomach and he was like, can you see this side, which is the left side, is soft? I was like, yeah. He said, can you see the right side is hard? I was like, yeah, and it's painful. He said, you have 5. I became so quiet. He said, yes. I know you are scared, you are thinking about a lot of things, but just be calm. Nothing is going to happen. So I was like, so what do I do now? He said, unless surgery. I just said to myself, I had just done surgery and I'm coming to do surgery again. Now he said, if I want, I can go buy my herbal medicine and everything I want. I will still need to do surgery. I didn't have any option. I went back to the ward and then I called my mom and I told her everything. So she was like, okay, since if I'm going to have surgery, my younger brother should come and then help me pack some of the things that I will need so that I come and stay with her so that she can take me to the government hospital that was closer. Yeah, so I went to my mom's and she took me to the government hospital which was nearby. I was there for 3 days, but nothing was really done. The pain was still the same. Just giving me suppositories like every time and just drips. So I told her that I want to go back to the hospital that I was before. I'm sure they can actually like help me than being here. And mind you, I was still bleeding, like I was still with pad and every time. Yes, please, my time is up. Kindly check the next post for the continuation.